number 145 that created the Asset Recovery Taskforce and not Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Taskforce as deceptively, criminally, arbitrarily, and illegally being renamed by Councilor Edwin Clamanti, Chairman of the Self-Star Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Taskforce. MDMC says the so-called indictment ranging from counts 1 through 18 are false, speculative, and misleading in light of unsubstantiated evidence gathered, which is not surprising to say the least, because the Asset Recovery Taskforce cannot and should not be in the business of undoing or revisiting what the responsible agency of government, that is the Ministry of Justice, buying to its minister, who serve as the government's principal legal advisor. Notwithstanding, for the Asset Recovery Taskforce to have ventured into matters that the Republic of Liberia, that the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia have previously provided his legal opinion, suggests a serious disconnect in this organization and most probably paralysis of the function of the Asset Recovery Taskforce, which indeed is worrisome for the growth, development, and sustainability of business operations, especially for those of us that have been doing genuine, performance-oriented, and transparent in every contract we have. MDMC wants the Liberian people and the world to know that it vehemently detests the form and manner the Asset Recovery Taskforce easily manipulated the judiciary by inventing such diabolical lies against a corporation, against a corporate entity like MDMC, who has tremendously contributed to the infrastructure growth and development of our beloved country, Liberia, and believes that if this will happen to it, then the system of justice is wanting. In this regard, ladies and gentlemen of the press, MDMC would like to send out a strong message to those mischievous and sinister individuals and institutions connected or involved in this devilish scheme to be aware that MDMC reserves the right to legal reciprocity. MDMC reserves the right to legal reciprocity, which it assures its corporate clients and partners alike that MDMC will not relent unless those responsible for inflicting such grave repetitions and psychological damages to MDMC and its CEO, General Manager, Mr. John Yvoti, are brought to justice sooner than later. Be made to account for the dirty and unprofessional deeds before the justice system of Liberia. MDMC says it considers the move by the Asset Recovery Taskforce to malign its hard-earned reputation and character, including those of its CEO and General Manager, as a classic witch hunt, prejudicial action, arbitrariness, bigotry, and capriciousness, along with abuse of power and loss of public trust. Finally, let it be noted that this should serve as a warning to those who are bent on incriminating decent people in crimes they never committed to stop now, or else the Asset Recovery team will continue to overstep its borders with falsehood manufactured against good people in society. This is the precedent issued by the management of MDMC and whereby Council of Landlady Walker on its legal councils.
Thank you, Councillor. So at this junction, it's time for questions and answer. Hard rules and regulations must be firstly recognized before asking your question. When you ask your question, if you have any follow-up question, you wait, let others ask, then you come back with your follow-up question. You start with Ghana FM Wisdom.
Thank you. My name is Wisdom. Foreign Affairs Ministry of, according to your work, infiltrating the institution, giving attack, and the rest of clout. How? Also, you accuse the Foreign Affairs Minister of playing games. Do you care to elaborate on what you meant themselves to what you think the measure your president?
Thank you. The CEO will address that.
Number one, the statement did not say that the foreign ministry manipulated the judiciary. There's no way. There was a statement. It was not stated. Okay. Number two, regarding the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, what we are saying for the past almost 2 years, okay, the Jews are not being cooperating with us, and we have brought engineers down there to do the ministry, the renovations, and all of you can go there and see what we've done. If you compare what the Ministry of Foreign Affairs looks like now on the inside to that of 2 or so years ago, there's a vast difference. And so we are disappointed that we have to come this way, but the fact that we have a legal contract, and in that contract it stated that in case of any dispute, we should go to arbitration. Nobody contacted us. Okay, so that
Thank you, CEO. So let's get to you.
Yeah. So my name is Aaron Kuban, and I work for DN News Liberia. At the press conference with the asset recovery team, the chairperson said the individuals of the both parties that were indicted did not respond to numerous of invitations they sent to them. I'm being specific with your group, MDMC. Did you respond to any of the investigations at the time they were carrying on these funds? Did you respond to them? Did you appear before the asset recovery team?
we responded. If you look here, Edward Martin, our response is attached to this. You will get that answer.
Thank you.
So you will get one of these books.
Let's hear your concern. We'll come to you, please.
So my name is William Hammer. Something I say conflict to clarity around. This communication was given on October 4th, 2024. And then I see it being signed there by the January 13th, 2025. And then something that appears to be get a receipt. It seems to be December 27th.
Well, if you look there, okay, this was in December. Remember now, December 27th. The to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, December 27th. She sends it over to her deputy, one Gabriel Sali, on January 13, 2025. What is the discrepancy? It kept in her office. It's New Year time. Okay, December, January. Send it over to the deputy to act on it. Normally, that's normal under administrative procedure.
Thank you.
All right.
It's clear there.
Follow.
Yes,
Matthias,
I'm Matthias. My name is Matthias Evlabini from Sky FM. Mr. Yuboti and your team, you often get contracts from government.
So, excuse me, the matter will be only restricted to this press conference.
Absolutely.
Not outside.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely, sir. You often get contracts from government, which I believe you've executed over time. What do you have problem with exactly with the asset recovery? Is it the approach, or you do not want to be scrutinized by a state institution organized to go after funds that believed to be stolen from the states?
Thank you. CEO, go ahead.
Your name again?
I am Matthias. Matthias F. Labini.
Okay, Matthias. All right. The asset recovery team job is to go after surreptitious, hidden, wealth, stolen money by government officials or even if the private institution. No contract, no documentation, no trace of anything. We have a genuine contract that is state active. Okay? And a call for arbitration in case of any misunderstanding. That rule was not followed. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs wrote the Minister of Justice. You will see it here, that's what the gentleman wrote the Minister of Justice saying she had just taken over. She wanted to know what is the way forward. The Minister of Justice, after its investigation, came out with this answer. Look, from our investigation, a job was done, there's a contract, go ahead and pay MDMC. Fortunately for us, they pay us. The Minister of Foreign Affairs pay us the last money from the Saudi's fund. Now the issue was the extra work done, the addendum, we call it change order in construction, which total into $528,000. Okay, that one, for whatever reason, they don't want to listen to us. Okay, and all we saw now was the asset recovery thing. And I will speak, we still making certain things at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The 3 air conditions we install, every time there's a problem, we go and have it corrected beyond the deferred liability period 2 years later on. We should have been the job of their maintenance team. Just to be, a good Liberian contractor. That is the case. So it's not that we are afraid of asset recovery, but we have nothing to hide. I just told you, this is Ministry of Justice. They went ahead. The Ministry of Justice recommended that a team from the Ministry of Public Works, from GSA, from MDMC, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we get together to verify the extra job that was done. Okay? That's almost a year now. Every day we have written documentation, you find it in here. Let us have a meeting, a joint meeting as recommended by the Ministry of Justice to do assessment of what we have done. They fell on deaf ear. A year later. So what do? We're not afraid of asset recovery. Why should we be afraid?
Is the approach you're afraid of?
So follow up.
It's not that I'm afraid.
Your follow up will come later.
I'm saying I have a genuine contract. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is active. That is
Front Page Africa. You can go ahead.
Yes, my name is Gerald Kwanyine, Front Page Africa.
Yes.
The asset recovery team said about a little over 40% of the work has not been done, of their work. How do you respond to this direct allegation? And if I will ask you, how far you have gone in executing this contract in terms of the percentage? Then secondly, you said the ministry is quite different as compared to the past, the year before. What do you mean when you say there is a big difference now? What difference are you talking about?
in terms of renovation that is done. Yeah, the before and after, the way the ministry was looking before and after we done our renovation, how it is now. It's quite different. Go and take a visit. What was the other question, sir?
In terms of percentage, yeah, the work you have done.
Every work that is done in construction, there is something we call BOQ. Yeah? That is the bill of quantity. Okay? The bill of quantity will tell you
you should lay 2 tires here, you should do this, you should do that. The bit of quantity is attached here. It's attached here. What all that need to be done is here. So you're going to look into it line by line. Okay, what is done at the ministry. Now, the Justice Minister instructed you that we should do assessment to see what all was done and what is not done. What right have you as an assets recovery, okay, to go behind us that are responsible for the work that is done? You done a job. Somebody just go there without inviting you to that assessment. Then it's very sinister to us. We should have been invited, along with the POQ that caused the contract to be in existence. We go there, then we go from place to place. Oh, this was done, this was not done. But in our absence, you come and say, oh, so the 70% is done. Huh? Scams. When the Ministry of Justice has also recommended that it should go that way, we should go and do assessment. You store it for 1 year. And then asset recovery, decide to go there, you accept them without the contractor. Where on earth? Just the minister, he let us say, invite public work that is in infrastructure development. Okay. Invite GSA, that is government, property custodian. Invite the contractors to come. And you'll go and see about those things that happen. That's assessment. Nothing. Then you go hire some kind of consultant to go and do a job in the absence of the contractor. How do you call that if it were you?
So are you saying that the work is complete 100%?
Yes. We said that in our report.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Ubejiba. Honorable Ibuti, you said previously, in terms of contract amendment, when you are amending or addendum, in construction, what did you do in that regard? Did you go for an additional memorandum of understanding that there is an addendum for the contract that you were doing? Now, you said there's something sinister from the asset recovery, if I got you right. What do you think is sinister or the motive behind asset recovery to MDMC?
First, we go to the addendum process. The addendum or change order. We've been in construction for many years now. We work on roads, buildings, and other things. Number one, in any construction, any of you that have built a house, the plan you will have to start that house with, as you go, you will find out that something needs to be done for that house to look correct. Those of you that own homes, even if you're renting somewhere, you will tell the owner, hey, my player is leaking this down, the time here or not so, but now it's leaking, I need to do this. That is what we call change order. So the then Deputy Minister, Mrs. Comfort Sawyer, they said that we needed to create parking lots. The parking lot that is there now. There was no parking lot at the Ministry of London or change order. The CCs are done in hall, as we're seeing it today. It was not in any of the areas. It was just there to do little patching there. The air conditioner system in the lobby, the ceiling in the lobby is under the addendum or change order. It was just to be well washed and move on. We said no, we want to do a very good job here because our name was online. And so all of those things, the air condition, the this, the that, everything add up to that $528,000. It's clearly stated line by line. We will give you, okay. So that's why the change order came about.
So we'll take 3 more questions. You have to record it again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Justin Manuel for the closing argument. Do you think that you have been targeted by the asset recovery team because of your political affiliation with the CDC?
Well, I don't think that is the issue. I don't believe that is the issue. If it is the issue for those that are doing this, for me, election ended long ago. We have a president, we have a country to run. We are obligated to have this country move forward. So for me, I don't think that is the case. If you don't like me, for whatever reason, That's it. But for me, I'm working with this government. In fact, I'm having more contract in this government than it was in the CDC. Reason is simple. We believe in performance. You must perform any job that is given you. That is the niche of anything you do. Election ended 2 years ago. We have a president, and that president's aims and objectives have to be achieved. Until next elections, we believe there's one president, there's one government, and there's one country, which is Liberia. And this is how we are. And that's how we've been working. We work with all the governmental institutions, City Hall, Public Works, Transport, Foreign Affairs, you name it. We work everywhere. Election has ended. And if Liberians have that kind of mindset about this country, then we're in serious trouble.
Thank you. Abu.
Thank you very much, everybody. My concern is drawn to the press conference that was held by Asset Recovery. In the press conference, the chairperson of the Asset Recovery Taskforce indicated or required the government to cancel all MDMC contracts with the government. How do you respond to that? Looking at the fact that there is subject or question on one contract, but then there is a conclusive position that all of the other contracts will be terminated.
I think that's wishful thinking. I'm very surprised at Honorable Martin for the fact that he's a legal-minded person, and the reason he is over there is because he knows the law. Contracts are not just, things that you will just go and cancel overnight. You know the legal implications. Okay, we have to go through court system. That takes long, and all of those things. And for him to even say that, it presupposes that this Ministry of Foreign Affairs issue is just the whitewash and to bring up what's on his mind. So for me, I think he's wrong and he's out of his bound. There's a law in this country, as our president said, that the law will take its course. We are a country of law, not of men. Okay, if he doesn't like me, hey, to hell with him. I'm here to work. He does not have the authority to make those kind of reckless statements.
Thank you, sir. Let's take the last question.
Yes, Mr. Iboti, when most of the time it takes you several years to repair your reputation,
Exactly.
where it is damaged, by whomever that may be involved in it.
That's why Martin did.
Let me ask the question. In an event where this entire process goes on, and you find out that, or it's concluded that you've been witch hunted, and some of your partners start to pull back, but it will have to take you a lot of time to get back into the media and reclaim your tarnished reputation. Would you see the recourse of the law, or you just going to let the sleeping dog lie?
This sleeping dog will not lie. Martin will be taken to court, and this sleeping dog obviously will not lie, because I'm 70 years of age right now. I've been in business all of my life. From 1986, I have worked in many areas. I have never been to prison before. And for me to be sent to prison for something that I did not do, for something that is so simple to resolve. My contract called for arbitration. If the foreign ministry is not satisfied with something, set a thing together, call us, we go through arbitration. Oh, this one here, we don't like it. This one we like. This one is. That is resolved. But to send me to someone who, whatever reason, he doesn't like me, and just grab me from my house, 4 o'clock in the morning, my house was surrounded by armed officers. Okay, we thought it was the drug agency, LDEA. Okay, so when I found out that it is Taskforce, I'm not in government. All that I've earned in my life, I work for it very well. This is the very first time, under dubious circumstances, with no reason whatsoever, we remedy to the situations under a contract that is active. And I think I've been treated very badly by the asset recovery people, and we're not going to leave it. We will go to court on this.
You've been to jail for the first time.
After 70 years.
After 70 years. Are you willing to sit back on a round table and see whether you can go back to do the right things, those things that were not done properly, that has brought your institution to public ridicule?
For us, we stay at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We stay managing the elevators there. And in the process, if something is happening, even if it is not in the BOQ, we always see after it for them. So, for us not to be invited, like the contract says, arbitration, anything you're not satisfied with, it's in a contract, call all, we sit down and talk about it. But not to talk to all at all. Just first wrote the Minister of Justice. They respond, they got from the Minister of Justice. That's not what they expected. Now they have some organizations, the asset management, that they can just go and lie there, and they too will not investigate anything, and then just act. And that's what happened. Bunch of lies. The document will tell you, we put a dossier together. All communications from the beginning of this contract 2 years ago. No, more than 2 years, almost 3 years ago, because the contract started May 2023 under the Moroccan government. And then the Saudi government. Now the Liberian government portion, which is the change order, $528,000, they don't want to pay. So they carry me through all sort of things. So that's where we are.
Thank you, CEO Adesh Johnson. Say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, we appreciate you for coming. You know, in the
Taskforce
news gallery, element matters. The element of news matters. So we
MDMC
and
his lawyer reacting to the indictment by the Access Recovery Taskforce, Front Page Africa.